Another person that I reached out to was John's sister, Kara,
Oh, yeah.
and she sent in some kind words, so I'll read them here. She says, "My brother was fierce about the people he loved, his family, and his friends. I'd like to share a letter that someone wrote to my parents that's so beautiful and speaks to the essence of my brother's character. I wish I could have read it at his funeral, but I received it just after. The woman's name was Marilyn Burke. My mom's name is also Maryland. My mom didn't make it to my brother's service as she has dementia and is not doing well. My brother and my mom were always very close. It's hard for me to see mom not properly mourn my brother, but I guess it's God's protection plan. Thank you for giving my brother the time and respect. I really appreciate it, and I know he'd be honored." And she actually sent me the letter. So I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to read through this. The letter was written on June 5th, 2024, and it says, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Wysocki, I'm writing to you and your family to express my sadness at the death of your son, John. He lived around the corner from us in Hampton for a few years. I know that you're hearing from many people you don't know, and I'm not sure how this can be of much comfort at a time like this, but I hope it helps at least a little. I was a teacher at East Longmeadow High School for 32 years, and one of my courses was psychology. Among other things, my students were assigned to write their autobiographies. I had one young man from a difficult family situation who wrote that the only time he felt happy and at peace was when he listened to Stained. I thought maybe I could help a bit by reaching out to John. Frankly, I didn't expect to hear back from the note I put in his mailbox, telling him about this kid and asking for his autograph on a slip of paper. I realized that one doesn't move to a place like Hampton to attract attention, and I actually thought that I had a lot of nerve. So I was astonished when I opened my mailbox and found a package from John 2 days later. Inside was hardly the piece of paper I was hoping for. There was a stained t-shirt, a hat, a personal note, press releases, and autographs from every single band member. There was also a nice note to me from John that one of the reasons he was glad to make the gesture was that his mom and I shared the same first name. I took these wonderful gifts to school the next day and called my student into a back room of the school library. When he saw what John had done, he burst into tears. He later told me it was the happiest moment of his life.
Oh, wow.
Mr. and Mrs. Wysocki, I have no idea what you're going through right now, although I have a son John's age. But I can imagine that however short his time was on this earth, it must have given John a great deal of satisfaction to be so successful doing the one thing he had always wanted to do here. What's even more impressive is that he didn't keep that satisfaction all to himself. He shared his good fortune with people he didn't even know, but who needed it the most. And I'm sure that a lot of that good heartedness originated with you. Please accept my sorrow and also my gratitude. Sincerely, Marilyn Burke.
There you go. You
A,
needed
tes-
any
a
more.
testament to John's character.
It doesn't surprise me. That's a beautiful, beautiful letter. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. And you're not just hearing it from our mouths, you're hearing it from somebody who knew John years ago,
Hmm.
and which means that he's always been like that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I was very touched when she sent that letter.